Hi everyone, really excited to be doing a first time video in the bag for this year of 2017. My name's Dalton Hellman, PDGA number 93344. I've played for 7 or 8 years but never really consistently until this past year. I've been really working in the off season on my game. I switched over my entire bag to Trilogy. I really like how their plastic feels. And so I've been playing in some more tournaments out here in Oregon. I'm trying to play at least once a month, maybe twice a month in some tournaments. And so far it's been good. I've already had 2 under my belt this year in intermediate and working on just a lot of my form and how I've been throwing. So I'm really excited, but here's what I'm throwing this year. First, one of my favorite discs to throw, especially in headwinds, a super understable VIP hatchet. It does really well, it's heavy enough to hold up, and it throws just exactly how I want it to off the tee pad. If there is no wind, I prefer using the VIP Air Plastic, another hatchet, understable, and this thing will soar, but if there's any sort of wind, I don't even take it out of the bag. It's just not even worth it. It'll go anywhere. For reference, I'm a left-handed player. I primarily throw backhand. I don't really have much of a flick, so I rely on a lot of my discs to do what I want it to backhand. Another disc that I picked up in the past year is this River. It's true what they say about the Glide, it goes forever. I like to throw this off the tee pad. It goes pretty straight for me with a little bit of fade at the end. It's become a really reliable disc for me when I'm starting off the tee pad, and I need it to go fairly straight. Probably my most understable disc that I have in my bag is a Witness. I picked this up just because I don't have a flick. I really rely on this to go pretty far left when I need it to, and it does. It's pretty reliable. It's in that lucid plastic. It just feels really good in your hands. I really like it. Probably my favorite disc in my bag so far that I've added this year is a Stag. This is a VIP plastic Stag, and this disc, I can't say enough about it. I didn't used to throw fairway drivers, and this year I've really started doing that. And this thing will just go and go and go straight as a nail. It's just the best disc that I've had in my bag, so I'm super happy I picked it up. It's got some super rad dye job on it by B Tribs. Does awesome work. A lot of my dyed discs are by him. He does some fantastic work. Next, the Escape. This has been a hit or miss disc for me, but I've started relying on it a little more off the tee pad. It does pretty good work. It goes pretty straight and then fades for me. I've relied on it primarily for a left backhand shot to go about 300 feet or so, and then fade to the right. So it's been pretty good. This one I've only worked with for about 2 to 3 weeks now, but I've thrown it in the field handfuls of times. It's a long Bowman. Again, didn't used to throw a lot of fairways. The lower speed, this disc does exactly what I want it to. This is in tournament plastic. It feels really nice, so I've really been happy with that disc so far. I don't really throw a lot of high-speed discs. I don't have the arm strength for it, so I don't really ever carry anything over 12 in my bag. This is a Boatman in tournament plastic. The Boatman just feels really good, and it cuts really hard for me when I need it to. So that's really the only time that I take it out, but it looks super sharp, almost looks like a pearl of how nice that disc is. Northman, the other main disc that I use off the tee pad. This one, again, just like my Stag, just has a little bit more speed to it. It goes pretty darn straight for me with a little bit of fade at the very end. It's a great disc. I really love having this one off of the fairway and to go off the tee pad as well. Another fairway that I have, this one's more stable. The Felon, I really like it. I didn't used to throw a lot of stable plastic. I used to throw a lot of understable. So when I picked this up, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but it's done exactly what I needed to. Used it in the last 2 tournaments I've played in, and it's got me out of some tricky situations that I wouldn't used to be able to get out of. So happy with that pickup. Next, my 3 mid-ranges that I bag primarily, the Evidence. 9 times out of 10, if I need a mid-range, the Evidence is money for me. It's the one that I take out of my bag most constantly. It does everything that I want to. This one's pretty beat in. It's nice lucid plastic. It's very beat for me, so it's perfect disc for me. The other 2 that I throw one is the Warrant. I don't use this one often. It's not taken out very often, but when I do use it, it's for a specific shot, and it does pretty well for that, usually around a pretty decent sized tree. And then my most understable is the Tersis. This disc I can't say enough about, especially with not having a flick shot. This one, backhand, is just perfect to just glide left, and it will. It just keeps on going. Like I said, the bottom row is everything that I use constantly. So the top row are just backups. So this is another escape that I have, just as a backup in case I need it. A Biofusion Felon, use that one every once in a while. Another backup to my Witness. Another VIP Hatchet. And then I've got a couple others. I've got another VIP Stag. Use that one a lot. Limited edition Evidence, just in case I need that. Last but not least are my putters. I've got a double flag stamped Warden here. This one feels really nice. And then I got a DD flag stamped Warden as well. Both of these are usually off the tee pad for me. The other putters that I carry are on my putter pouch over here. I've got 5 different classic Wardens. The red ones are pretty beat in, the other 3 are pretty new. Anytime that I'm putting, these are the best putter that I've ever had. I switched over to them about a year and a half ago, and it's been a fantastic switch. I've seen a lot of my scores decrease just in my putting game alone. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Excited for what the year has in store for me.